Okay, so it sounds like there's bad at happiness, you're miserable, I can't help you. Then there's great at happiness, and you don't need my help. And then a lot of people are happiness competent, and you're trying to make them good at happiness. So, what are the things that you can do to get someone's happiness up 10 to 15%?
So I have a good friend of mine. Actually, one's a writer, one's a director. They're married, and I asked for some tips from my friends, and I wrote this down, so I'm going to read it to you. But he said, "My wife and I offer a toast at dinner every night. Over the years, we learned to toast only what happened today rather than what we hope will happen tomorrow. Doing so makes it a practice of gratitude instead of wish fulfillment." And I loved that. I thought that was great because people often go, well, am I supposed to be ambitious or grateful? And I'm like, well, you can be both. I mean, I treat it like parentheses. In the morning, I wake up, I meditate, I pray. In the middle, I go out and I kick ass and I treat people like stepping stones. And in the night, I pray for forgiveness. I'm kidding. I don't do that. But I think that you can be both. You can be ambitious. You can be grateful, just showing gratitude. And people say that a lot, but I liked that specific one, which is I'm going to thank God or whomever. It doesn't have to be God. You don't have to be religious, but I just want to give thanks to whomever or to the person who made you happier just for that. And I think so many times we're praying and hoping and living in tomorrow, and you keep hearing about living in the power of now and all that stuff. And that's true. But I love that specific practice of just being grateful for what you had today.
So, gratitude has been proven to make one happier, and being a very measurable, focused guy, I did what they said to do, which is create a list of things I'm grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a note on my phone.
I do
And
that same thing every day. That's amazing.
and then I look at it periodically anytime I need to pick me up, and sometimes I add something. Very seldom do I subtract anything from it. When I subtract something from it, it's because the restaurant in question closed, and I'm like, oh, I can't be grateful for that pizza place anymore because it's gone. But the list is helpful. You look at it and you be like, oh yeah, I for some reason I forgot that. I had two kids, whatever it is.
Like Jerry Seinfeld said, that's why you put up why you put the pictures on your desk facing you. It's like, what, do people forget that they have kids? Like, it's 5:00. Let's hit the strip club. Oh wait, I can't. I've got kids at home. I've got a family.
Yeah, and the list. I mean, I have a lot to be grateful for. Now I'm the child of immigrants, as you are too, and so like when I was younger, I had this constant metabolization of any achievement. It's like if I achieved something, it made me happy for literally 3 seconds. Then I was like, okay, what next? What next? I think it fuels a lot of people that way. Now, for the first time, I'm starting to gain some greater appreciation for some of the things that have gone behind me. And then there are times too where I'm like, come on, Andrew, like there's so much ahead of you. You got to stay fired up. You got to stay angry. And you talk about how you went to the gym too much. Like I definitely went to the gym too much for a period of my 20s. I just had chocolate protein shakes in the apartment and
Yep.
wore tank tops, just walked around. And coincidentally felt underemployed at that time, and also had a hard time getting a date. It's like they're all tied together. But the gratitude file certainly works.
And I do it every day. So I write something new every day. So I'm looking at mine. I hadn't even thought, you're right. There is a way of writing everything for which you're grateful and reading it every day. And I'm going to add that to it, I think. I think that's really good for 2025. What I write is, something was like, I'm grateful for a warm inside day. Like it was a little cool in LA, 71 degrees. So we're inside under blankets. And I thought, well, this is a nice cozy day I had with my wife. My mom just moved in with us. I'm grateful for 2 free pizzas. I went to Domino's to pick up pizzas for our daycare. That's what kind of dad I am. That was our potluck. We're getting pizzas, but they said they wanted pizzas from Domino's. I'm like, fine. And it took a little bit longer. So they gave me 2 free pizzas. I was grateful for that. I'm grateful for a very good podcast I just did with somebody. I had a great guest on. I'm grateful for so many of my friends coming when I moved my mom to LA and a lot of people came over. I'm grateful for Skyline Chili. I had Skyline Chili when I was home. So, there were all these things that day in and day out, even if they're small, it's not about that. Like it could be big. It could be, hey, I'm grateful for the relationship I have with my wife or whomever, but I don't think it has to be. It could just be those little things in life. Like, hey, I had an ice cream cone today or whatever. And I was grateful for that. I enjoyed it. And I think that can be another piece of the gratitude journal.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time a new episode drops. Thank you.